The Galactic Coalition's survey vessel Eternal Dawn hovered at the edge of the debris field, its sensors sweeping methodically through the ancient battlefield. Captain Vex stood on the command deck, his four eyes narrowed at the holographic display. "Another dead system," he muttered. "Just more remnants of the human Dravak war." Lieutenant Tarn looked up from her console. "Sir, we're detecting an anomalous power signature deep within the field. Probably just residual radiation. This area was bombarded heavily during the final offensive." "No, sir." Tarn's voice trembled slightly, its pulsing, growing stronger. Vex frowned. The humans had been extinct for 3 centuries. Their final stand against the Dravak Imperium had been valiant but futile. When the dust settled, humanity was gone, and the Dravak were so weakened that the other species had finally united to defeat them. "Send a probe," Vex ordered. The probe's feed revealed something massive emerging from behind a shattered moon, a behemoth of dark metal 15 kilometers long, its silhouette unmistakable despite the battle damage. "Ancestors preserve us," whispered Tarn. "That's a human dreadnought." "Impossible," Vex breathed. "The records say they were all destroyed." The vessel's hull was marked with faded insignia, *HSS or ESILIENT *. "It's powering up weapon systems," Tarn shouted. Vex grabbed the comms. "This is Captain Vex of the Galactic Coalition. We are on a peaceful survey mission. Please respond." For 30 tense seconds, silence reigned. Then a voice, synthesized but unmistakably human, filled the bridge. "This is Admiral Tom Reed, Artificial Intelligence Interface of the Human Supercarrier *Resilient*. Stand by for authentication and situation assessment." Deep within the Resilience core, systems long dormant hummed to life. The ship's AI, modeled after the last Fleet Admiral of Earth's United Space Command, initiated its awakening protocols. Reed had been in hibernation mode for 297 years, 3 months, and 12 days. The damage report scrolled through his consciousness. 62% of weapon systems functional, drive cores at 84%, life support at minimal capacity. Most of the crew's stasis pods had failed. Only 7 remained intact. Reed activated the medical bay, where robots began the revival process. He reviewed the final orders given to him before the captain initiated the emergency protocols. Hide. Survive. Wait for the right moment. That moment appeared to have arrived. 3 days later, the Coalition's High Council convened an emergency session. Representatives from 27 species gathered in the Grand Chamber on Nexus Prime. High Counselor Jax, an elderly Tellurian, called the meeting to order. "The human vessel has been escorted to the Epsilon Naval Station. Its weapons remain powered down, but operational. The ship's AI has been cooperative, but guarded." Ambassador Lori, representing the Vex Confederation, stood. "What about the crew?" 7 humans have been revived from stasis. They are being treated for hibernation sickness, but are expected to recover fully. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. "This changes everything we thought we knew about the end of the human-Dravak war," continued Jax. "The Resilient was apparently one of 3 supercarriers ordered to hide rather than fight in the final battle. It was programmed to reawaken when it detected coalition signals that matched certain parameters." "The other 2 ships?" someone asked. "Unknown. The human AI will not divulge their locations." Commander Ben Drake stood at the viewport of his temporary quarters on Epsilon Station staring at the stars. At 52, he had been the youngest officer in stasis. The others were all senior command staff, including Admiral Kate Wilson, who was still in medical recovery. The door chimed, and a reptilian being entered. "Commander Drake? I am Sen, appointed as your liaison." Drake nodded. "When can we return to our ship?" "Soon, perhaps. The Council is concerned about your vessel's capabilities." Drake smiled thinly. "They should be. The Resilient had been the pride of the human fleet. Even damaged and undermanned, it outgunned anything in the current Coalition Navy. And if the other 2 supercarriers had survived as well, your ship's AI has been quite illuminating about the final days of your war," said Sen. The historical records painted a different picture. History is written by the survivors, Drake replied. The Dravak would have wanted everyone to believe they had exterminated us completely. Yet they nearly did. Drake turned from the viewport. Nearly isn't completely, and humanity has always been resilient. In the Council's private chambers, Admiral Wilson faced the gathered leaders. Though still weak from her long sleep, she stood proudly in her restored uniform. The resilient asterisk detected your scanning frequencies, she explained. Our ship was programmed to awaken when it found evidence of a unified coalition that had overthrown the Dravak. And now that you have awakened, asked Jax, now we wish to rejoin Galactic society. The war that nearly destroyed us is over. The enemy that hunted us is gone. And your weapons? Your technology, pressed Ambassador Lori. Wilson smiled. Are formidable, yes. The resilient asterisk was designed to fight an enemy that nearly wiped out humanity. But we're not here to conquer, we're here to rebuild. And the other ships? Jax asked carefully. Will reveal themselves when I give the signal. But first, I need assurances that humanity will be welcomed, not feared. 1 month later, the resilient asterisk hovered above a small blue planet in a system far from major trade routes. The coalition's survey vessel Eternal Dawn maintained position nearby, its captain still marveling at the human supercarrier's capabilities. On the surface below, a colony of 10,000 humans thrived in a hidden settlement, descendants of the evacuation ships that have fled Earth in the final days. Commander Drake stood on the Resilience observation deck with Captain Vex as shuttles ferried people between the ship and the planet. You've hid them well, Vex admitted. Drake nodded. Humanity didn't put all its eggs in one basket. The supercarriers were our most visible survival strategy, but not our only one. And now? Now we rejoin the stars, Drake said. Not as conquerors or refugees, but as equals. The resilient isn't just a warship. Harry's libraries, cultural archives, seed banks, everything needed to ensure humanity wouldn't just survive, but remember who we were. Vex contemplated this. The Council has voted to offer humanity full membership in the coalition. Drake smiled. Admiral Wilson will be pleased. And when the other carriers reveal themselves, each with their own protected colonies, the galaxy will remember that humanity's greatest strength was never our weapons. What was it then? Our stubborn refusal to accept extinction. Drake replied, watching as another shuttle departed for the surface, carrying humans returning home to a universe that had thought them long dead.